EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Richardson. That's to the running back, Jaden Blue. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
70 left. Go, Riggs. Go. Riggs.
On first down, it's Blue. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 3. Oh, design run for their wideout. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Richardson looking to throw this. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. looking to put a drive together. And Burrow going to change the play.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, second down coming up. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Weston. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. You look at this Cowboy defense. Yeah, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll run on 1st down. Weston. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
No score after 1 on eaSports. Second and 10.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Weston. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Cowboys nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it's Richardson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Here we go.
They go play action with Richardson. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
55 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Weston. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1, ready?
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Weston. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 11.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
11.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Just set. Can. Stop. 11.
Looks like they'll move things around here.
12. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown! DeAndre Lambert-Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey now for the point after. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Their own 18-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
60 Maverick. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
11 empty. Here we go.
Now Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Up the middle they go. Weston. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey now for the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Cowboys nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. I got motion there. Lead. I got this. Let's go.
Here's Richardson to throw. Open man. He's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Drop low 80. Come 19. Come 19. Left wing 19. Check. 65 cat. 65 cat.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And incomplete on a deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here we go. 19 Lion. Warrior 70. Hurt. Beat. Panther 11.
Richardson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Weston. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Cougar 19. Crunch. Set. Crunch. 18 card. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Richardson off the play fake. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he will have a Cowboys first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Street. 60 Eagles. Go.
A carry now from Martha. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Riggs. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Big 13.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
No street. 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Chap 60, chap 60.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Horton. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Cowboy 80. 19 Lion. Check smash, check smash. Mustang 19.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coach.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Cowboys 3.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Only there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
Tag. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
Richardson working from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Townsend. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. 60 Bobcats. 18 card Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to the air with Richardson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, can. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On one, right? Here we go. 11 MT, 11 F, right 80. 11.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Sherman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Escapes the defender. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Richardson. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Hey, smash! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
Now Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Andrew McCurva. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Burrow on play action. He finds his man complete. It's Sherman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
On 2.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
1, right? Here we go, here we go. Can. Start. 11.
Now Burrow changing the look.
Mighty. 11. Start.
On 1st down, Weston. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. Now Burrow loses the football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Recovered by the Cowboys.
Street. Come on. Set. 19. 60 Bobcat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And bulldozing his way through. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
Gun. Start. 180. Place up.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas. Stop.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this.
He's got it to Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Now it's Richardson.
And this is caught by Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Here's second and 10.
Let's go now. 60.
Play action. Now Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Okay, ready?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Go, set. Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Eagles. Dragon 60. Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. Well, partner.